Hey YouTubers, just wanted a quick wanted to give a quick review on Windows 8 Pro Media Center. Well, it was originally Windows 8 Pro, but as a complimentary they gave me a free upgrade to Windows 8 Pro with Media Center. So you can see for some reason the RTM version that I can recall from my 5770 graphic cards, it's not able to support crossfire scaling as of yet. But I can tell you from my standpoint, Windows 8 is definitely an upgrade from 7. Remember, Windows 7's UI desktop start menu, it's it bites a lot of GPU sculling, for the simple reason that the UI is arrow, the arrow, and the arrow's known to use a bit of amount of graphics interface. But this one, they eliminated the arrow theme, and so now it's a metro. But I'm in the desktop right now. It's an upgrade, but I was able to activate it, so you can see here. Okay. I'm using the 8-core processor from AMD, along with a MSI 970 A46 model. It's able to support PCI Express 3.0. It's able to support SLI from NVIDIA and Crossfire X from AMD. Wanted to show you how the interface is. For those of you that are not familiar, I would like to educate you on how this is. Let me start by, as you can look at here, it says personalize. You can look at the stuff that's in it. It's not much really. It's almost like almost Windows 7, but just a little different. I'm planning to get me a touchscreen LCD monitor for my PC, so I'm able to use the Metro UI a little better. I'm going to show you the text bar. You could look at how different it is from the others. See? Look at that. CPU, memory. It's not even using that much memory. It's barely using the disk. There's 35 processors, and it's barely breaking a sweat right now. These are all my applets that I'm using, besides the Windows process. Those are my other ones. See, SRS, HD audio, applet, the toolbar, tune-up utilities, the catalyst control, AVG user interface, and then Adobe. I wanted to show you the performance on how it is. See? It's not even using that much memory. It's definitely a difference. At least 5 to 10% difference between Windows 8 and Windows 7. It's not even breaking a sweat. Look at this. Look at the CPU. It doesn't spike up like in Windows 7. Look at my process. It's incredible. It's able to keep my temperatures of the CPU well under in the 30s. Sometimes it'll bump up to the 40s, but it usually stays. I'm using a program here called CPU ID HW monitor, and it's gonna show you the temperatures. I'm gonna pinpoint the temperatures. These are the voltages for my MSI 970AG46. Little down, these are the 3 temperatures for all 3 devices. That's my processing Celsius, the case Celsius, and the Celsius, which I happens to believe for the graphic card. I can be wrong, so I really don't understand how this hardware monitor works, but it gives you the better details. Look at the temperatures right there. 25 Celsius, 24. Okay. Hard drive's temperature is not that bad. And then you have the 5770 temperatures. It's bound to be hot because I'm using an FX 5770. But the other one that's under it, which I have them paired up, there's a bit of a difference between this one and the other one. The other one actually cools down a little better because it has a big heat sink in it, and then this one just has a normal copper slab on top of it with a fan that's blowing out the hot air. It still gets hot though. You can always put a, for those of you that have the XFX graphics ATI 5770, I would suggest getting an aftermarket cooling for it because it does get pretty hot. It's a little different with the Gigabit 5770, which is under the other one, because it's able to go to like 43, 42, 41, 40, even 36 Celsius under idle, and then under heavier stress it goes like into about this amount, that amount of temperatures. Anyways, let me go real quick on what I have here. Okay, remember, for those of you that believe that the Metro UI doesn't make any sense, it's understandable why. It's obviously for touch screen. For those of you that don't know and are speculating that the PC market is soon to have the blue screen, or at least that's what the internet's saying, you could debunk that. PC's not going away, but there are 3 companies that are in trouble, and yes, one of them happens to be, as much as I hate to admit, AMD is in trouble. They have made a slight improvement with their Vishera chips. I have seen them. Haven't gotten my hands on it yet. But it shows that it's a good improvement. I wouldn't say a great improvement over the 8150, 8120, but it is about 10 or 15% of a difference, which is a little better in speed. They have corrected that, but they still haven't corrected the instructions for the single-threaded, which they are about to fix on the Steamroller platform. Okay, so remember, for those who are not familiar with Windows 8, in order for you to get into the Metro UI, you have to go to the corner left. To the corner left. See where my mouse is pointing at? See, right there. These are all the apples. All the applets. See? See? Okay. So my name is up there, see? Well, what's unique about this Windows, aka Vienna, is that you're able to use your email address password to log in, and you can log in different applets like the music or game applet or video, or the store. You look at it over here. You go real quick right here where I'm pointing my mouse at, and you can purchase stuff from the store. It's not that expensive. The Internet Explorer 10, I don't see any difference between the 9 and 10, but it does seem a little faster. This is the Internet Explorer within the Metro UI. Kind of weird because when you press the right click, you can look at one tab here. If you decide to open another tab, you press this little icon here with a plus. You can add on another tab. Okay, and then you press right click again and it goes away. Press right click again for the URL, which is right here. See? And then you got all the other stuff. And then for those that are not aware how this works, if you're wanting to get rid of this and get out of this, it's real simple. You see where my hand is at? See it? It turns into a hand. You're gonna left click and hold it, and then slide it, and then go all the way down, and that's it. It goes away. You want to go back to the desktop, you go here where it says desktop, and you're right back on it. For those that say that there's no start menu, I don't think there's any need for it. Personally, I think it's better off that way. But if those that are not familiar wanting to know how to personalize it, you're going to right click, go to personalize, go to where it says change desktop icons, and then see where it says desktop icons, you can include the computer, user files, control panel, and then recycle embed. See, allow themes to change desktop icons. You can change them, you can customize it. So you're able to look at the description. So you can see my Windows is activated. I have a legit copy. Okay. And well, I guess this is it. I didn't want to go into the details too much, but I can understand why the Windows users are a bit confused with the Metro UI and the desktop UI, because they're saying there's no need for two, either for one or two, or one for the desktop and one for the Metro UI, which is touchscreen goes for the Metro UI, and the for the desktop you use the desktop UI. So it's a bit of a confusion between there. I don't see any confusion on it. Well, I'm kind of familiar with it. The only issue that this Windows 8, aka Vienna, is that if you try to go inside the into an option before it boots up, like the F8, you will not be able to go to safe mode. You would have to enable the F8 option, which is the safe mode. That's pretty much one of the confusions I have. So I could understand why people are fussing so much about the Windows 8, but I think it's a very good upgrade over the 7, due to the fact that I'm able to utilize correctly the 8-core processor, the FX 8-core processor. I'm able to utilize it correctly on the Windows 8. Okay, this is me signing off. Yours truly, Neo Rican. Have a great night.